How can we repair broken families? Is spirituality the key to solving the black in the back? Excuse me. I do apologize. Is spirituality the key to solving the problem in the black community? Current events plus more. Great show ahead of us today. Talk to V Live Top 5. I'm your host, Fella T. Let's get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. ATM, want it down, yeah. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew that devil be gorgeous, baby? Can't show no love to the heartless, baby. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew shit would be this crazy? I wanna pray, but he won't save me. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew that devil be gorgeous, baby? Can't show no love to the heartless, baby. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew shit would be this crazy? I wanna pray, but he won't save me. From the low end, baby. Lights so hot, we can hear the sound. We so used to someone dying. Funerals got people lying. Where were you when people wildin'? Tears dry, what you crying? I hear you scream inside. I got demons and they smiling. Yeah, I know, but I can't go. Where were you when people left me all alone? I can trust a nigga or a bitch at all. Man, you should've known. Yeah, you should've known. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew that devil be gorgeous, baby? Can't show no love to the heartless, baby. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew shit would be this crazy? I wanna pray, but he won't save me. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew that devil be gorgeous, baby? Can't show no love to the heartless, baby. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew shit would be this crazy? I wanna pray, but he won't save me.
I'm a Inglewood, baby. One false move and it's full Nick waving. Keep my gun, so don't play crazy. 7-100, but 7-3 raised me. Leave that life behind you, fade. Keep your gun, cause trust don't make it. Niggas act tough, but that don't faze me. I don't beef, meet this 380. I lost trust on the daily, but I don't even mind no more. I done gave it all for them niggas, life on pause for them niggas. I never waste time no more. Hit the fan, it'll follow you, nigga. Can't call on them nigga, they ain't really on your side no more. On the game, stand tall, them niggas can't fall with them niggas. They don't wanna see you grind no more. Made it happen all alone. I don't need nobody, I can do it on my own. You been plotting all alone, but it's cool, I ain't worried, I ain't tripping on the soul. Make you think you in the wrong. They just mad you ain't hustling and something by the stove. Still ain't never gon' fold, cause niggas know I'm 10 toes and I'm
alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew that devil be gorgeous, baby? Can't show no love to the heartless, baby. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew shit would be this crazy? I wanna pray, but he won't save me. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew that devil be gorgeous, baby? Can't show no love to the heartless, baby. I'm alone, baby. One shot, you be gone in a moment, baby. Who knew shit would be this crazy? I wanna pray, but he won't save me. From the low end, baby.
Top 5 in the building. Let's get it. Mr. Wick.
Yeah.
Let's get it, man. Shout out to Mr. Wick for the beautiful queen.
Ooh, sick with it. Yeah, come to you from Broken Fuck Studios. This is DJ No ID, cousin, chef No ID. Yeah. What's the word, man? Peace and blessings to the world.
Come on, man. That's how you
that shit is hot, though.
I'm fucking with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Talk TV Live round table.
Real round table, man. Serious issues. We gone, but we ain't forgotten. We right back at you like we never left. What's the lick for the day, man? Let the people know.
How can we repair broken families? Is spirituality the key to solving the problems in the Black community? Current events plus more. Talk TV Live Roundtable. Fella T, Mr. Wick. We here. Let's get it.
All right, so basically, how can we restore? Repeat the first part for our Sunday again, so I can touch on that a little bit more.
How can we repair the broke? Excuse me. How can we repair broken families?
All right. First, in order to, I think, repair something, we got to go back to the origin. Uno momento, 1 second.
No problem. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I truly appreciate it. Go hit the give us a heart, a like, any little thing, man. We appreciate it. Also share this live. That helps a lot. You watching live on YouTube, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you will know each and every time we go live. Don't forget today's
That
topic.
gets.
Let's get it, Mr. Witt. Go ahead.
All right, so I think we need to go back to the origin of what family really is. So we go to Google, right? Family, a group consisting of parents and children living together in a household. Singular household, manage nuclear family brood. Two, all the descendants of common ancestors, the house that has been owned by the same family for over 300 years. Adjective, designed to be suitable for children as well as adults. A family. Now, from what I get from that, it is basically unification within people through bloodline or people that's been around each other forever. You see what I'm saying? So it has a duality in its meaning. Um, I don't think I do think the notion of family is slowly dying away, just as well as the notion of relationships, the notion of complete and unconditional love for each other. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's draining like sand out of an hourglass. And I say that because the things that we've all grown to know, most people lived in some fucked up situations. Some people had silver spoons in their mouth, but it was always times where your family helped you get through life or just enjoy life that much more. Now, it could be the simplest shit, playing board games, having dinner on Sundays, just, the lights go out because the lightning struck and fucked up the power in the back, and you just in the house with candles and laughing and joking amongst each other. No social media, no TV, no nothing. Like,
And not to cut you off, you saying that is non-existent today?
I ain't saying it's completely non-existent. I said it's slowly dying out.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's dying out because selfishness, bitterness, willing to be forgiving to others that's done wrong to you is I don't know, is moving away from the people that we mean or that mean, that's closest to us, that's family. You will see somebody in your family and you would treat them like somebody in the street due to the fact of the things that they do. And I had somebody in my family was an elder, and I went to them at one point when I was doing what I was doing. And I asked them, I say, well, how do you forgive a person? How do you, understand where I'm coming from, mama? Like, this person did me real bad. And she told me, how you know that person wasn't hurting more than you? You see what I'm saying? So
That changed your perspective?
it changed it. It changed it like tremendously. But I still, me being me, had a little vigor left in me because it's the pride issue. I think the word bold is most important in my point that I'm trying to make because everybody seems to be that. Everybody wants to be noticed. Remember, I told you in prior conversations we had on this very podcast, Talk TV Live, round table, that everybody wants to be heard. It's just that the other side has to appeal to their point of view and their passion within their delivery. A lot of people don't give a fuck, and they say it now. They bold. At once, people would keep it amongst themselves and say it behind the person's back, but now everything is up front in your face. So no one is willing to say, okay, well, I'll forgive you just so I can be better. they hold a grudge to the end. And if you treating people like that in your family, how do you expect it to work? And some people ignore the shit and they go on with their life. But you see them. I ain't gonna say all, but I'm saying the people I've seen. I see them physically diminish and break down. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
their body be fucking up. They getting gray early before their time. You can see the stress all in their face, all because the people around them that they call as family, the ones that they show complete love to and go beyond the call of duty for, don't give it back to them, and it's slowly fucking killing them. So at one point, where do we go? I ask you, fella, where do we go, or what do you think should be done as the first step to try to mend that? Or if you believe that it even can be mended.
Right. Before I answer that question, can I just ask you one more question so I can clarify what's going on, right?
Talk.
Now we saying that because the question was about how can we what was the question? I'm sorry, I didn't forget that
How
damn
can
question.
we fix broken
Repair.
families, so to speak?
Okay.
Repair. Right.
And I want to just make it clear. Are you saying that okay? I just want to make it clear. Like are you being hypocritical about it? Like, nah, I don't. You saying your position is you think families cannot be mended at all, or that's why you
I
actually.
said I didn't say. I mean, me personally, hope is within time, so to speak, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna have hope, and the time will, you know what I'm saying, work out, or people away from each other will work out certain situations where ultimately family can be one again. You know, like they say, time heal all wounds. Some people
But,
hold on to shit, and
but
if you,
are you optimistic about it, or you like?
yeah, like, because I have to. The only way I feel things can be conquered is with love. The same person I went to for advice the first time, it was some other things she told me. She said, I asked her, I said, why do you continuously help people? You know, knowing that they ain't finna give you shit back. Like I see people will come around and play the loving roles just to get some shit. As soon as they got it, something happened. Oh yeah, we out now. Yeah, I'll call you, look, all that shit. And I really seen it for what it was. And I asked her because I felt that she was blind to the shit. And she was like, I don't help them so I can get an understanding back from them. That's how I receive my blessings.
Mm.
So
So
for a long time, I ain't get it. I ain't get that. I was against that. You fuck over me, I'll fuck over you back. Eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. Fuck is you talking about? But in the end, the weight, the invisible weight that you hold, you slowly you diminish it while that person that you have issues with is growing. Because they not thinking about the shit that they doing wrong because they too busy trying to get where they want to be. You still stuck on the shit that they done to you. And the more positive I think you put out in the world, the more the energy will come back and it will reciprocate amongst your siblings and your kids and the people that surround you most. You got to lead by example. So yes, I do have optimism to answer your question, but it has to be more than optimism. I think it's faith. It's faith.
I play devil's advocate, and I am a bit pessimistic about the trying to mend the family. It depends on how you define the family, right? Because we can say family, and I can say my wife, my baby mom, my kids, my immediate family, right? And I can say, okay, let's mend this, and I can say, yeah, that can always be mended. When we talking cousins, aunties, and people that may not be in your close vicinity, it's kind of hard to say you can mend that, right? Because it's hard to get everybody on the same page. You get what I'm
But
saying?
I don't mean to try to cut you off. I just want to, trying to answer the question, so to speak. You that means you'll be focusing on the wrong shit, in my opinion. Like I'm too busy trying to do better with me. I'm too busy trying to fix me. So to harbor on the shit that you did, I said forgive. I didn't say forget. You see what I'm saying? When you forgive, you release that spell off you, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? As far as my faith and my belief, you release that spell off you. You don't forget these motherfuckers for who they are. So that way you won't walk into the trap that you walked in before. You see what I'm saying? You can love a person. I ain't say you got to be up close. You can love a motherfucker from a distance too. And if they see that that's what you own, okay, put it like this: the more you socialize, the more people can control you. The wrong people. You feel me?
I feel that.
I can be, I can be, I can be conservative. I can be cordial. I can be, understanding. But my values and my morals don't change. And who I am, as long as I stand up within them beliefs, and you see my chin instead of seeing my forehead, if you dig it.
And the
You
reach,
know,
I don't want to cut you off, but the reach of your morals, right? Does that reach a aunt, a nephew, a cousin? You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or
it does.
does that
It
reach
does
your
because
or the people that's in
because
house?
you
I believe you get that to the people in house more, right? That's a daily thing. You working on that every day.
that's what I say. The
Be a
more you
better person,
socialize,
be a good person. You telling them that even if you got kids that don't stay with you, right? They can become, I don't want to say not family, but they can be outside of that ring because they're what they grow up calling morals might be different from what you call morals, right?
yeah, but
But
you got to look back to when we were ready.
we trying to mend it. That was the question. How do we repair?
Just like I said, leading by example. You might not get what I'm doing right now, but I know it's stronger than me and you. You understand? I know it's stronger than me and you. So if I come with positivity, even though you probably tell me to shut the fuck up with that Sharif shit, shut the fuck up, Sharif. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like this is society, even though you cannot unhear my words.
I'm with
Just like you
that.
can.
And to go back because I want to focus on why we even broken, right? Because I don't want people to miss the point. So let's give an example. Can you give an example of a broken family and we'll
I
work?
mean, well, basically, in my opinion, some, not all. I don't generalize.
Right.
Shout out to you, pretty nerd. But I'm trying not to anyway. But from what I've seen in my, you know, uh, observations to certain shit, the man that's the righteous man mostly didn't really get the respect he deserved. If so, that type died off. So the ones that was around us were basically survivors, street niggas, hustlers. So that's a different moral code than the actual code, the God's code, I guess. What's right and what's wrong. It's certain shit that could be condoned simply because they use their means as an excuse to do the bullshit that they do. Now it's being passed down to somebody else, such as a nephew, your cousins, your kids. Even if you ain't saying it verbally, they see you doing it every day. So eventually, it's gonna be like a rite of passage as far as them when they reach a certain age in their mind. Well, shit, it's my turn now. So to answer your question, is leading by example. We just have fucked up examples, and then when them dudes got took out the picture, the strength of the family and the position of where a man should stand, women had to take over, and a woman's emotions and judgments, not all ones that I've seen, kind of fucked up they boys. You see what I'm saying? Because now he's growing up emulating women to the point where he don't even know he doing the shit. And some of these women ain't the right examples to emulate. So that means their attitudes is more swifter. They more vocal with their shit. So now if the man is supposed to be the son is supposed to be standing on something, the mama is in argument with him unless he pacifying her. So now he got to play the role of the daddy, the leader, and the son. This shit is fucking confusing. So everybody is broke up, and then if everybody ain't coming up, then people speak behind other people's back in the family. You know, it's just certain morals and principles that has been left out of shit. That now everything is okay. Even Granny with the shits now. You know, so that's I think one example or two examples why the families are the way they are at this point, as far as
Okay,
broken.
let's hone in on single parenting. So we got a single parent. Are you saying the easy fix is what? Dad in the house, stepdad.
But it ain't no stepdad. Like it be a stepdad, but that's only so far that shit go. That shit a rarity. 10% out of 100 that has a sweat job that's doing the right shit, taking care of another brother's kid. When that brother out there with a nigga's mentality, but he ain't tripping. He know that if I fuck with his mama, shit, I gotta fuck with Shorty. So if I love his mama, I love Shorty. And that's going against everybody. Man, you take care of nothing, you motherfucking right. So that means he stepped out on faith and beliefs as a man. There's a lot of people that's running around talking that man shit, but you're a male because you can't stand on your own shit.
I want to clarify. You saying not too many people stepping up, even saying they a stepdad or
Right.
being
It's not too
stepdad.
many. It's about like 10% of them really sweat dudes that's working a
10%.
100. Yeah, 10% out of 100 that's really doing that type of shit because everybody bold. It's a women against men thing now. Every bitch want to talk about they wop, and then when the real queens is struggling and trying to do right, they end up with the assholes because it's slim pickings. So when you finally find that one dude that stand up, that really want to, what dude want to take care of somebody else's kids when he really got that bag? He can go play as much as he want to play, no matter how old he is. So if that man ignore all of that and teach somebody else's kid how to be a man, and I ain't talking about put him under his image so he can be on some fuck shit like him, because there's a lot of dudes that do that shit too. But I'm talking about like the real dudes that's teaching them right. If you putting them in sports and shit, that's a lot of effort, man. Where you going? I want to drop Shorty off, man, at the camp, man. And he on varsity now, man. I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? He takes on that child as his own child. And it's very, very few men that do that. You see what I'm saying? So they are out here, but it's not like that. It's a lot of dudes that don't even want to take care of their own, let alone somebody else's.
All
I
right.
told you before. I
I
told you before though, not to cut you off. Look, I told you before though. I done been in situations where I done been in the house and seen the kids like who I'm like, who is that? Oh, that's my uncle. When I know this broad ain't got no motherfucking brothers. I told you that. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum. So I see how this shit go. I see how it can go. But everything can be questioned. But I think the complete answer is selflessness. Man, the fuck up, man. If you gonna do what you gonna do it. But be upfront about it. It's not your message most of the time, it's your delivery. So
And
just stand
what
on
I want you to clarify is what you talking about for anybody that's watching that might be confused. That's
basically
join.
controlling and fixing that broken family. Family is, like I said, it was a group of people, either people that's been around each other forever. In the definition, it said 300 years or more, but we just gonna say forever because I don't think it takes that long to consider a person family, or somebody is mother, father, son, and daughter, or cousins, aunties, and nephews. That shit wasn't even in there. It was just mother, father, son, and daughter. I'm not quoting it correctly because you can go back on the video and on the podcast, Talk TV Live,
Talk
and
to me.
check it out. But it's not, this is my way of saying what's wrong because you asked me what is the problem? What do you think that's making these families broken? It started out broken.
But we were specifically focusing on single parent household, right?
Right, but within the single parent household, I really give shouts out to single mothers, like real mothers. Just because you got kids don't mean you no fucking mother. We're just gonna define that shit. All that love, all that's bullshit. Because I blame them for a lot of fucking bullshit that go on. Because we come from strong mothers, and I've been around other people that had real strong mothers. There were certain things that wasn't accepted in that household. You see what I'm saying? You come in, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, take your shoes off at the door, lock that door behind you. Before you walk past that front room, ask permission with a bathroom, kitchen, anything accessible in this house, you show respect. And there was a woman that ran that house. Wasn't no man in there. You see what I'm saying? So the morals and principles are dying out, in my opinion. So a lot of shit that's condoned and allowed in a single parent household, which is mostly women, it wasn't allowed back then. So it had to be something to make that shit change. And it's hard being a single mother. Most women don't got just one kid. They got two or more.
So you do sympathize with even the ones you consider not mothers, correct?
I'm gonna have to play a little part of being a pessimist on that. You can't. It's only so far you can sympathize with that when you see the kids out here suffering and the mama out here living her life in her mind, her best life in her mind. I don't respect that shit at all. If your baby's out here struggling, doing fucked up shit, figuring that they ain't got shit, then you run across the mother at the party that you at the night later on that night. You see what I'm saying? And you just seen her kids fucked up. I don't sympathize with that.
So I just want to be, Mr. Clarification. It would be better if she was at home with the child being fucked up. The struggle had to be shared.
That's kind of like a negative, like devil advocate part. That's not what I'm saying for her to be at home and be struggling and fucked up with these babies and ask to be here, right? So the average woman will get further than a man simply because the work world, in my opinion, figured women to be more controllable and more passive. Right. In certain situations. So some shit that we can't get, they get quick as fuck. Because they done had super practice for years. We talking about single mothers, right? Most of them, they got 2 or more kids. They got a job. Most of them, not all of them, bad people. You see what I'm saying? So you can go out and make it work during the day. Make sure them kids respect life, learn it, make sure that they're learning, make sure that the people around them that you bring around them is worthy of your kids. That will respect your kids, even when you're not around, but then you leave them to fend for themselves. What do you think is gonna happen?
You once again though, just to bring it back, you asking somebody with, like we say, 3, 4 kids by themselves, gotta provide. You gotta.
But how's her kicking it? How's her kicking it? Doing Dino's providing. When you can get your ass up, and go to work and make way more money than what you're getting. A man is gonna a nigga that see a female like that is only gonna spoon feed her just enough. He's not gonna save her life.
Her being a female doesn't qualify her to make a $20, $30 an hour, not even a $50.
I'm not saying that. I said it's a higher chance over us. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
it's not absolute though. It's not absolute.
It's not absolute, but you can do. But it's other shit that you can do. This 2020. This ain't motherfucking 1980.
And let's talk about upbringing too, because what I see.
You don't. But that's still an excuse too. If you lived a fucked up life, why would you wish it on your babies? You love them.
I wish it on my baby. I'm saying as far as, okay, I'm not qualified to work A, B, and C. I'm not physical enough to do,
Yeah, but but we don't get no slack.
Mom did this. My auntie did.
We don't get no slack. I ain't trying to hear that. You black and you in America, women of color. I ain't gonna say black, but I'm speaking from my perspective, right?
Right.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. I can hear you.
No, I thought we had a. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm speaking from my perspective of the women of color. I seen strong women. I think that's more attractive to me than a bad bitch.
I understand.
See what I'm saying? So
What
I know from
what
my
you
hold
calling
on, I'm just
strong?
answering. I'm
It
just
ain't
answering.
absolute though. Everybody is not fortunate enough.
I'm not saying
Go
everybody
ahead.
is, but you know that when you had the first one, damn it.
That's true. And circumstances might have been different then. 'Cause
Yeah, but
circumstances
I'm
can
from that,
change.
man. I'm from that. I know how this shit go without me digging all the way deep into my bag. I'm from that. No woman is out here being bamboozled, bro. No woman.
Don't do that. Don't do
No
that.
woman. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Nope. They
Nah,
know the game better. They know the game better than niggas because they run the game.
nah.
Low key. They know it. They know it. So you not being
All that
bamboozled. I
shit
don't want to hear
sound
that shit.
good. We can
I don't want to
remix
hear that shit.
millions of dollars off the remix. What I'm telling you is in real life, all and any of those women that you say run it and doing this, they learned that from a nigga, man.
Exactly. I didn't say the origin wasn't from us. I'm telling you what the state, in my opinion, is now. And
I
what
mean,
I'm saying,
but
and what I'm saying,
but we was always talking about, going back and trying to figure out what was broke and then how to fix it, right? That's one of the things
right.
that
But I spoke on the men. You know what I'm saying? You interjected with the women, and I also said that it's hard being a strong. I mean, it's hard being a single mother out here. It's hard. But check this out. Everybody's entitled to make mistakes. That's why life is called life. You learn, and it's a journey. But you have no excuse when you make the continuous mistakes and you're doing it with malice intent. Basically saying fuck everybody. Your actions will speak out in your words, right? So if you constantly putting these babies in fucked up positions, then you don't give a fuck about them. And without you saying that out your mouth, they feel it, and that's why they act in the way they act. We just gonna keep it real, all the way real.
how I felt about me not seeing my dad when I was 8 changed when I was 28. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah,
perspective.
but
You say, damn, it's only 24 hours in the day. The
look
nigga gotta work 8.
at how God.
You gotta sleep another 8. You get what I'm saying? Like shit real, bro. You
God,
understand it.
you listen.
You don't give a nigga a pass, and I'm big on self accountability, right? But you gotta understand the human part of this too.
I'm just giving an example of a way of
Just 'cause she
fixing it.
look good don't mean she not educated, bro. She couldn't even get a sit on the phone
Bro,
internet job. A lot of
bro,
them can't.
and
They can't have
we gonna keep it
conversations.
real. We gonna keep it real, right? I'm a single parent, and you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a single parent. Went through certain things in life. Had to go through most of the shit that these single women go through. That's why I'm empathetic for it. But like I'm saying, how is it that it takes a man to walk up to somebody else's child knowing that he's dealing with his mama and still say what's right because they have no example of what a real man is? Because all they seeing is a woman struggling or some other motherfuckers that ain't doing right or telling them what they think they should learn, but the same shit that they teaching their kid, they won't teach their own kids that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what my opinion is. We just got to do it like it's both ways. That's why I say it's like a woman against man thing. And if that being the case, then how could it be a family if it ain't no man in the house and the woman is left with all the struggles on her own? Now, like you said, some women going through shit, they don't want to sit in the house and struggle, but you shouldn't have never had them motherfucking kids. Fuck
But
it.
going out, I don't want to say it's a job, and I don't want to speak for every woman, but going out is a fucking job to a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like if you listening to the music and what's going on in the culture, that is their fucking job, bro. Networking, meeting new niggas, getting more motherfucking followers, more people to join their
Okay.
OnlyFans.
Okay.
They
We
paying for
usually
business.
we still focusing on that one example. I'll say this to better clarify it, like you say. If you're gonna do that, then make sure wherever they are, they straight. Before, if you know you gotta live that life, the free time that you have while your ass ain't going out partying because it is your life.
Mr. Witt, you can pay $2,000 an hour for
That ain't what I'm saying, blood. I'm
babysitter
saying
and a baby, and
make sure that they
with a
got the common sense.
that type
Make
of
sure
shit.
that they got the common sense and the respect for their elders, whoever you leave them with. Make sure that you instill good discipline. Make sure you instill self-worth. Make sure you instill the family values because that's your role. You're the only one there. So if you know you're gonna lead a somewhat alternative life, and that's politely, politically speaking on that shit. But if you know you're gonna live that life, then offset it with something good. But don't just keep dumping their ass off. I'm speaking for that specific woman. Like I said, all of them ain't like that. But it's them that I don't have no sympathy for. Because you keep doing this shit over and over and over because you feel that fuck them kids. I love them on their birthdays and Christmas and shit like that. And I get all the glory when I take their pictures and post that shit on Facebook and all that shit. But when it comes down to them really being right, I'm leaving them to fend for themselves. And that's the motherfucking problem.
You
That's what I'm
truly
saying.
believe in they mind, they leaving on the fence to themselves.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When you
Yeah,
know your kid's
I
struggling
mean,
and
the
fucked
most
up,
fucked up person.
when you know your kid's struggling and fucked up, right? Say, for instance, we talking about these little shoot niggas, right? You see the change in your shorty because your shorty live with you, right? You gonna see that. You gonna see that shit. You ain't dumb. All parents see that shit, bro. And then
Okay.
you see your kids come in. You see your kid come in stressed out, and you see a bulge in his now. He ain't hiding it. You done found the pistol. Like, what's the problem? Man, look, man, it's this. It is what it is. Ma, woo, woo, woo. Now, as a parent, you got a decision to make, right? Right? Either you
Yeah.
gon' either you gonna say, oh well, fuck it, shit, he do what he do. You see what I'm saying? Or you gonna try to find an alternative way to reach your child because you love your child just that much. Not saying that that shit gonna work every time, but as a parent, goddamn it, you better give it your all. Fuck you talking about. You hear me? So
And,
now there's
and
so
your
many
argument,
women.
some people bullshitting, some people
Yeah,
have
they
that.
let them go out. They know what they doing, as long as they reaping the benefits, or they get some women get a kick out of that clout. They themselves. I done seen females like, I have my son do it to you, and ooh, like what the fuck? Them bitches. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that, man. And we gotta call a spade, nigga. We ain't gonna sit up here and water nothing down. Cause remember, I started on the dudes first. I ain't picking on no woman. I have all respect for a woman, but I pray for a trifling bitch. Nah, that sounds like a lyric too.
Yeah, it is. Talk to me live. Round table. If you watching, you want to be a part of the show, comment. I got you. Don't forget to like, show some love, subscribe to the page. Go ahead, Mr. Wood.
I mean, with the family, like I say, the more just to pivot over and segue over to the spirituality part, which we've touched on before. Like I say, a lot of shit is dying out. Nobody is willing to say we believe in something because they don't believe that tomorrow is coming. So what the fuck they believe in? You see what I'm saying? It used to be people would say, "Oh, these kids out here done lost their mind." You can't say that shit no more. Old people fucked up too, or older people. They're participating in this shit too. It has no age barrier no more. So I think something going on, right?
Yeah, it is. It's the breakdown. We trying to. Well, we were speaking on how to repair. That's what's going
Right.
on. It's a breakdown.
So
It's a
so
generation thing.
I think I think honesty is the first step. Being honest with yourself, like I say, it's hard to admit when you're wrong. That's one of the hardest things to do in life. Is like really, really admit when you're wrong and not finesse, not half-ass admit it, just really admit it to yourself first. Then you can say it to the person that you have wronged. But you got to be honest. If you wanted to change, if you wanted to stay the same shit, you can lie all you want. But eventually, something, every decision you make, negative or positive, can come with it. So if you honest with yourself first, right? You ain't finna keep placing the blame on everybody else that you encounter with in your travels in life.
And
Well,
that's
they
crazy.
did this to me. They did this to me. They did that. Nigga, what role did you play? If
And
they
that's
keep
crazy
fucking you
because
over. Now, what you
I'm,
say?
that's crazy because I'm big on self accountability, but we talking children, right? Because you was a child at one time, and somebody was responsible for you, right? They was responsible for what time you ate, if you ate,
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
You get what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying. That's what
But
I'm saying.
now you're an adult and you see how hard that shit is, right? That
And then
shit
I got more respect. I got way more respect than my G, my rest in peace. Because
it's a lot, bro.
because look at the times then compared to times now, and had more than 4 to 5 kids, and still like some of the little bullshit meals that most people will laugh at, I look at like a delicacy now. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the things that she could afford to feed the whole family and everybody would be full. Hamburger, rice, and gravy, pepper steak. You know what I'm saying? Little fish fry here and there. But she made sure that everybody ate, made sure that everybody was clothed, made sure that everybody went to sleep, even to the point where you weren't even ashy. She made sure you had your pajamas, you was greased up. And then my mama used to make me iron my clothes for the whole week, Sunday night. You see what I'm saying? So it be things that women, like I said, I got so much love for that woman. You feel me? Not just my mother and my grandma, but that type of woman. Because I see now that I'm older what the fuck they had to go through. And it's a lot of women that just like every man don't want to be a father, I don't think every woman should be a mother. So if we're gonna be honest first with yourself, don't create a fucking family if you're not prepared to do it. You know? And like go all the way through with it because it's gonna be ups and downs in this shit. Everybody learn. It's a journey. But constantly making the same mistakes, I think, is one of the main problems that we are dysfunctional, or not say we, but I say the point of the family being broken. I think that plays a main part. That's one of the main components of the negative, part of that.
All right, shit. Let's pivot into the forgot what was the second part of that.
But the spiritual realm,
Yeah.
we was touching on it, like if that, like that's what I was saying about the honesty. Next, you gotta have something to believe in. What was the old saying? You don't stand for nothing. You feel me? You don't fall
And
for anything. So what do you believe in? What do you honor? What is your code? And if you don't have faith, like a faith base behind that belief, because spirits are real. Sorry to let you know, public, but it's true.
pop your shit.
It's true. Spirits are real. Spells are real. So keep on saying that negative shit. If every time you go around somebody and they got negative things to speak, they ain't never happy, get the fuck away from them because eventually that shit gonna rub off on you.
But I want to kind of link this to the beginning of our conversation, right? Broken families, how can we fix it? If you got a group of people in your family, right? It's a whole household of people that's like that, right? That's, everything is negative. How can we fix that? And this is family, right?
It goes back to what,
Spirit,
right.
but this
So
is
it
family
goes,
and y'all share blood. Go ahead.
but it's spirituality within the blood. That's why a lot of shit is traditionally passed. A lot of bullshit is traditionally passed down. Like if you do not have a faith foundation, without a foundation, the building cannot stand. If you do not have a faith-based foundation, whatever it may be, not specifically saying religion. But good is good and evil is evil. Fuck all that in between bullshit. So if you have a faith base and you want prosperity for your own kind, if you see the love and the essence and the innocence and the small, the children in your life, and you help them grow because you want to see them be the best that they want to be, and you pushing forward and you pushing that faith within them and teaching them, then that's how you rebuild that shit. But if you do not believe that spirits are real, then you're gonna be doomed to keep facing the same problem. And I think that's a part of life. If you keep making the same fucking mistakes, you're gonna stay exactly where you at or either end your shit. Period. So honesty is first, faith is second. And what do you believe in within your faith? So that goes, there's a duality in number two.
Let's. I don't want you to skip past this shit because you rolling, right? So we talking blind faith. What are we talking?
No, it's more. I don't even think it has nothing to do with vision. I know the terminology and what you're speaking of, but it's what you feel. See, people always got a problem saying you in your feelings. I think now it's to the point where motherfuckers need to get back in their shit. Because everybody walking around with no feelings. And if you feel it's wrong, you ain't gotta. Well, I think I said this before in the podcast. If you see somebody drowning a puppy, you ain't gotta know the law to know that shit is wrong. You feel that shit. It hurts you. And you like, well, what the fuck? So that means that shit is true. That shit is real. Didn't nobody have to tell you that. You automatically know it's wrong. So it's the feeling that you get. That's where the faith comes from. You go into church, everybody get to singing and speaking in tongues and dancing around when certain music hit. I wonder what it was. You see what I'm saying? So if you believe in positivity, that brings me to number three. Push positivity. If you can stand up by all means and represent negativity, right? You can look in front of the law. Fuck you, bitch. Give me time. I don't give a fuck. You can tell a nigga to his face, I'll kill your bitch ass, right? You do all that with conviction. Tell a bitch, fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'll find another. All of that negativity you speak from your heart and you mean that shit. Put that same energy into positive direction. Meaning whenever you speak, even if somebody's saying some negative shit to you, you don't have to respond. And if you do respond, choose your words wisely. Make sure it's directed to the person that knows in front of you that this is what you stand on, even in the face of death. You hear me? Like for real, for real. And that's how you change that shit. Think about it. There's a lot of people out here walking around what they call them sticks and all that, and they got my 30 pop, got my pole, all that shit. But there's some people that walk around every day that don't carry nothing. And ain't shit happen to them. If that ain't a believer, I don't know what is. You gotta really, really stop pushing that shit. People push a negative agenda all because they can't, which brings me to four. Stop taking everything personal.
What is it? If it's not personal, what is it? Define that.
It can't be, because it's certain people that wake up. It's certain people that wake up with their own thought and mentality. Far as I'm finna fuck over as many people as I possibly can to get what I want that day. So if it just so happened to be you can't get mad because you went. If that makes sense. You chose to be around this person. You chose to listen to their script when they was running it. You chose to accept the terms of their script. Why wouldn't they fuck you over? You pay just like the next motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. Take it as a learning lesson. Now, if you continue to make them same mistakes, then you deserve the outcome that you get. That's what take me back to the woman. You keep making them fucking mistakes. Then whatever happens, come to you. You keep walking around shooting niggas and killing motherfuckers. Whatever happened is gonna come to you. You keep saying, I don't give a fuck. What was that? Tales from the Hood. Remember, dude?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Crazy K?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But the whole time, the lady was standing there telling him, just stop, forgive, let it go, change, do this. Then she even showed him the people that he killed. Babies, baby, you shouldn't have been out there. It's always an excuse to keep to justify your means. Like you said, self accountability. That goes back to number one. Be honest with yourself first. Now everybody ain't gonna get this shit. Everybody ain't gonna receive this message how it's supposed to be, how I'm delivering or trying to convey it. But one thing you can't do, remember this. Well, two things. You can't unsay some shit, and the motherfucker can't unhear you. So the seed is already planted. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you got 4 and 5, right? Stand on your shit. Stand
As
on
far
your
as
shit.
what? Elaborate on that.
Stand on your shit. If you pushing the part, because see, I think that's what makes geniuses, the ones that decide to not walk with the flock. That's why we know Van Gogh, Einstein, Da Vinci, Masa Musa. That's why we know Selassie. You know what I'm saying? Different people that did not walk with the flock. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X. We could go on and on and on. It was certain people that they say, okay, that ain't for me. I'm gonna do this because this is what I feel that I'm supposed to do. This is my calling. I don't know why, but this is it. And they stood on their shit. See what I'm saying? Stand on it, man. Just stand on it just as well as you stand on that negative shit. Stand on it. And this is not a race thing. This is not like I don't believe in that shit. I'm not getting into that black and white shit no more. That's all bullshit, bro. Everything we know about it, it is true. But what are you gonna do after that? What you gonna keep on saying we were slaves, nigga? Have you picked any cotton in your life? Like, we're just gonna keep it real. What are you going to do now? Are you gonna harbor on the negative, or are you gonna push with the positive? I think that's the only way you can kill it, and ain't nobody gonna do that. So I ain't gonna say ain't nobody. I pray that they do,
Right. You know what I'm
but
saying?
I don't. You see, I caught myself.
Okay, go ahead.
Now I say, you see, I caught myself. I pray that they do, but like I say, you can't unhear shit, bro. And everything that I said was truthful, but it was a positive enforcement behind it. So how can you argue with it? Only ones that will argue with it is ones that's trying to what? Resist it. Don't nobody want to take that, like you said. I told you, motherfucker don't want it. It's hard to say you wrong, man. Especially when you feel what you're doing is working for you, but it's only working for you. How many motherfuckers had to die? How many families had to be destroyed for a drug dealer to still be relevant 15 years after he started?
He gotta eat. He got a family. He has
Man,
to
he done said he done made enough money to feed 9 families. The fuck?
it says
Yeah. Says,
says
bro, if
what's
you ain't made listen. If you ain't made enough money to feed 9 families and you ain't grown in 15 years after being a drug dealer, you picked the wrong profession.
and but you trying to pivot out of that. You can't feed 9 families
Now, what I'm saying is this: you do not have to continue to do shit in a negative light. You become addicted to that shit just as like the hype become addicted to getting the shit from you.
let me fuck you up for a minute. All right, same thinking, same program, different kid, right? Same area, same hood, different kid. This kid goes to college, right? This kid becomes a let's say a dentist, right?
Right?
you like, man, shout out to Trevor. He a dentist. He doing something with his life, right? He went to school. He learned this is essentially this is a trade that he learned, right? He
Right,
learned his trade, but to you, everybody calling him doctor. He this, that, and the third, and he price gouging the hood. He putting you niggas on credit for $50,000 just to fix 3 or 4 teeth type shit.
right. But
But
he gonna have to answer.
everybody in the hood admire this nigga. You tell your kid, fuck that drug dealer. You need to be like Trevor. Trevor is a
See,
fucking crook, just
what's
like
dude name?
talking about.
What's dude name that used to work at McDonald's? You need to be like Calvin.
You need to be like Cal. No, man,
Okay.
for real.
I'm saying, like I told you,
They both
motherfuckers can't
crook.
take shit. Look, motherfuckers can't take shit, everything personal. Shit, that's what I was told when I was at my lowest.
Is it business? That's what I asked. If it's
It's
not personal,
business,
it gotta be
but
business.
but
And
in order for it to be business,
go ahead.
listen, in order for it to be, and not to cut you off, my apologies, but
Uh,
in order for it to be business, certain people are making it personal because you're doing it for you and your family.
that's what business is, though.
Exactly, but that doesn't mean you have to conduct it like that. Can be okay. Put it like this: everybody that's doing something wrong, in my opinion, you don't have to continue. It's only a certain amount of time that you get doing that shit before the law averages catch up with your ass. Period. And I ain't wishing that on no nigga. I pray for freedom and everybody out there doing that shit. I pray for you to keep on going, but better
How
yourself.
does the
I said, but better
emergency
yourself.
doctor sleep at night?
Just the same way a judge sleep at night, cozy.
That's what I'm saying. And they both guilty of the shit that you talking, right?
Yeah,
But
but could you
me
deal
and
with
I
being a judge?
guilty
Could you
in
deal?
my
Listen,
head.
I'm gonna ask you, could you deal with being a judge? Or sitting there judging people's life, sending them to jail for 10 years?
I
Can you
reverse the
personally?
question. Would you deny the job? Would you turn it down?
Hell yeah.
Ah, man, you serious? We
I'm
talking,
turning,
we
I'm
talking
turning that shit.
status.
No, fuck that. That's something I can't deal with. Cause I know the other side of the spectrum. Cause I had to stand in front of a motherfucker that didn't know me and issue my
And you,
face like it wasn't
and you
shit.
feel like when you put that robe on, you got shit on somebody.
No, I feel like you only serving a purpose with that robe, and if you do not continue to serve the purpose that the powers that deemed you necessary to hold that slot want you to, then your ass is gonna get disbarred or taken down or whatever you want. I'm telling you, that shit hold a lot of fucking weight, bro. But these people continue to do this. These doctors, like you said, we ain't gotta say a dentist. We can say the actual doctors. If you do not have the certain amount of money to get these certain surgeries and your insurance don't cover it, then you a dead motherfucker. But they go home and don't even think about that shit.
They do
You see what I'm saying?
every day. $9,548.20. They
Shit,
charge
and that's for the first surgery because some kind of way it's like going to a mechanic. You got to come back 2 more times.
nigga. That was just for the inspection. That was just to look at your ass.
But to not to stray, but like I'm saying, man, these are the things that I've evaluated and I've assessed. My opinion and my direction that I've found, I don't force that on nobody else. I'm just saying if you disagree with anything that I'm saying, just do your research. And if you come up with a different conclusion than I have, then by all means, that's your opinion. But I guarantee you, you're gonna find something within what you're researching as far as the broken family and all of this shit and what can you do to change this or what I said was a couple of the problems. Are they true? Do your research fully and then get back. All comments is welcome. Everybody can come back and chime in, but you know, like I see it from a love standpoint. We losing way more than we gaining, bro. So something got to be fucking wrong, and evidently the shit that everybody been coming up with ain't working. You see what I'm saying?
So,
So I
Joe,
think
like I say again, just to clarify, if we just show love, everything is fixed.
I ain't say that. And I'm gonna clarify my point. So you won't have to clarify no further. I'm saying show love in the face of adversity. I said forgive, I didn't say forget. If you see that these people are not on the same path that you are on, you can lose your blessings by trying to pull them out. I got a famous saying that I've been saying throughout all these podcasts. I'm gonna leave the what open. If you on some positive shit and you on what I'm on, then that means we that much stronger. So by all means, come on in. But if you carry that malice, if you carry that evil spirit with you, I'm gonna smell it on you when you come past my threshold. So please be prepared to be judged for that.
I can't let you go with that one. You specifically said you didn't want to put on a robe, take money, have a title.
No, what I mean by judging you,
Judge people every day.
no, if I know you a killer and you telling me you're a killer and you didn't kill and you done shot and I know your moves, don't come to my motherfucking door with that shit.
No different than the man in a black robe that reads a temper.
No, because I'm not wishing death. Listen, I'm not holding your life in my hands though. I'm not putting you in a box for years and years and years due to a crime of a statute that was wrote by somebody else.
Worse, you judge.
Not. I'm telling you, and I'm telling the people.
So you wouldn't defend yourself?
What do you mean? I wouldn't defend myself. I wouldn't.
Adversity. You wouldn't defend yourself.
Survival is first and foremost, but I ain't saying being no goofy. That's not what I'm saying.
Worse than a judge because you judge, jury, and execution.
Nah, I'm gonna have to. Every man is judge, jury, and execution. I'm not gonna sit up there and judge you due to the fact of a paycheck. That's what I'm saying. I don't want that responsibility. Now, as far as my survival, then by all means, you know what I'm saying. Protect yourself by all means.
Because my paycheck is my survival. We all know that. Mm-hmm.
You can make look. We in the day and time where you can make money different ways. So you can't use that as an excuse, period. How many judges, like, look at the scenario you just gave me, right? That could be one in a day. That could be one time out of a million that I might end up going through those situations, right? But how many people walk across a judge in a day? And how many people have they judged in that day? How many people have they judged in that week? How many people have they judged in a month or a year? So you serving a whole nother agenda. So it sounds good, but nigga, that ain't the same.
Man, it's definitely the same. But you know what's going on, bro. You're not blind to it. You work for the state. That's what's going on. The state requires if somebody violates a code, ordinance, or statute, they should be judged like this, blase, blase. That's how it goes. You train that. You train to know that if you're not a judge. So
yeah, but you train to know that. But how many times have people been locked up unjustly? How many times people have been locked up for an outside agenda other than those rights and those statutes and those laws that were set?
Name it. Put it down. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, what's that shit that dude right now got a TV show with 50? He got himself out of jail. Tupac mama got herself out of jail. It's a lot of people that's in jail that I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying, go all the way out and say some shit like that, other than those people that's in public record and well known. But it's a lot of times that people suffer the wrath behind some shit that was already set up for them before they was even born. So you know the laws, you respect the laws. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You stop that bullshit with positivity. If you doing the right shit, bro, if you pushing forward and Lord forbid negative things happen, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Praises to the Creator. Hopefully your spirit will rise above. But you can't use these things as excuses to continue on doing wrong and saying it was for a righteous cause. You see what I'm saying? You did it once, okay. Now I see that. But then you doing this shit going on years and years and years. But now you still doing wrong like a woman talking about, I cheat on my man because I'm getting even, bitch. When did he cheat on you? Shit, 3 years ago. You ain't even yet?
You ain't got your lick back yet.
You feel me? Like I'm just saying, and excuse me for saying bitch, it was just in a comic way, but you get the drift. You feel me? It's deeper than people put it. They got to stop lying to themselves. They got to stop placing the blame on everybody else. You know, everybody come on hard times and hardships. You feel me? But what you gonna do after that? The weak will fall, the strong will stand tall. That's it. All the demons will be ate up eventually. Everybody that's welcoming that evil spirit into their lives, not understanding that they welcome in their own death. And the people that do understand it, they stop doing it. Because they seen what would make a person walk away from all this money? What would make a person walk away from the statue that they have? The statue that they have, the level of respect that they have. Something that they seen wasn't right with the life that they was living. That's why they chose to change it. So it can't be all peaches and cream. Ain't nobody saying the fucked up part about it. We overlook that so much we've become immune to it until it happens to us. That's all I'm saying. Was you crying that hard when that lady kid was on the news dead? Did you find something negative to say?
Man, it wasn't my tribe. You know that, man. Come on, man.
Right, but then you want everybody else to be looking for you when you suffer a loss in yours. Low key, it is your tribe. That's it.
We
We
gotta,
just,
we probably gotta have this for next week as well, man. Because this, I
I
think we
mean,
can.
we can push it. We can push it because it's positive. That's why I join in. That's why I come around. That's why I say what I say. It's positive, man. I'm not casting judgment and stones on so many people. I'm just calling it what it is. You don't have to like it. You don't have to listen. But once you start hearing me and you stick along and you stay along the ride for the rest of the conversation, now I'm in your head, whether you like it or not.
Hmm.
Whether you like it or not.
Like it or not.
Yeah. So that's how I think we could do it. We gonna push that love agenda as much as we can. I ain't talking about the heart symbols and the Valentine's Day bullshit. I'm talking about real love for self first. That way you can love somebody else. And even if it means just being cordial, that's love. Even if it means speaking when you walk past a motherfucker, that's love. Don't be no goofy. Because if you spread love, guess what? Guess what the best part about that is? If you spread love, then you can see a demon a mile away.
Hmm.
Yeah, let people marinate. What my man say? Let that sit in your spirit. What's my man Country Wayne? And it's real. If you pushing the love agenda and you got a faith base in something higher than you, you'll be able to see a demon a mile away. So that way you can avoid that motherfucker. Skirt.
Hmm.
Or either come across him in the path and won't have no issues with him. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? My man. All right now. Hey man, be cool, man. Bless you. Be safe out here. What's wrong with saying that?
So you not saying fuck with it, then you just a quick hand back. I'm just trying to see you not interacting with these negative spirits, Mr. Witt. We'll take this time to cut to a video talk TV live. Right, baby.
Yeah, man, I don't know what it is, man. You know, ever since Keith been gone, man, shit ain't been the same, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like I got PTSD from that shit. Just, yeah. Fucking anxiety, panic attacks. Fucking pandemic, man. Yeah. Niggas out here fucked up, ain't no jobs, bro. Like, niggas sick. They trying to keep niggas in the house. Trying to get this green shit out the ground, man. Like, I don't know who I can trust. Like, what you think? I feel you, bro. I mean, fuck that shit, bro. No feelings, nigga. You know the vibe, shit. Fuck that shit, you know I go.
All of my feelings, I can't tell them feelings, so all of my feelings, I roll up and take them away. Yeah, I take them away. All the feel like you would take it away. Yeah, you could take it away. It is so like you would take it away. Smoke 3 blunts to the face. I'ma get high, just try to escape. All of my feelings, I can't tell them feelings, so all of my feelings, I roll up and take them away. Yeah, I take them away. All the feel like you would take it away. Yeah, you could take it away. It is so like you would take it away. Smoke 3 blunts to the face. I'ma get high, just try to escape. All of my bad, but I'm losing my focus. Bitch switch inside, she think I don't know this. My problem, my daughter, my brother, my brodies. All of them are, but sometimes I don't show it. Going hard for the gang, I don't need no award. Sometimes it's so hard to go handle my biz. I love when my folks and they know that I got them, but really I gotta be there for my kids. I can't trust bitches, it is what it is. Gotta thank Kitchen for teaching me patience. I wish the Lord had a little more patience. Sometimes I wish that we traded our places. I'm trapped in my thoughts and that shit drive me crazy. So deep in my feelings, just starting to drain me. Rolling on gadgets to take me away. I'ma get so high and try to escape. All of my feelings, I can't tell them feelings, so all of my feelings, I roll up and take them away. Yeah, I take them away. All the feel like you would take it away. Yeah, you could take it away. It is so like you would take it away. Smoke 3 blunts to the face. I'ma get high, just try to escape. All of my feelings, I can't tell them feelings, so all of my feelings, I roll up and take them away. Yeah, I take them away. All the feel like you would take it away. Yeah, you could take it away. It is so like you would take it away. Smoke 3 blunts to the face. I'ma get high, just try to escape.
Talk TV Live Round Table, Mr. Witt, you back?
Yes, sir. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
You back.
Man, I think we can continue on with this at a later date, man. Next Saturday, excuse me. We just continue on. Hopefully we can get other people to chime in. And it's not, please go back and watch this video. Make sure that you listen very well. So next Saturday that we can go ahead and just recap and push further into a better understanding.
I'm with that, man. Yes, sir. Talk TV Live Round Table, Mr. Witt. I'm Fella T. Same bad time, same bad place. Saturday. What we do?
We talk.
You want to do 11? No, I'm saying you want to do 11 p.m. or 10?
Yeah, we could do 10, man. We just keep it at 10 to kind of fit a little bit more in everybody's schedule.
So that's 10 o'clock Central, 11 Eastern. I want to thank everybody for watching, listening. I truly appreciate it. Talk TV Live Roundtable.
Ma.
Let's get it, man.